Yo, what's good? What's happening? What's popping? It's got like 777. Especially time I just woke up, mind me. So yeah, guys, today I'm just gonna be recording another forecast video idea on Nasdaq and just an update on how I've been trading. So yeah, man. So let's just start on the weekly. This does actually start on the monthly, so let's just start there. But I really don't use the monthly like that. But what we do understand is that we're bullish on the monthly, right? We're about to close off into March, last few days of February. So let's see how many days, more or less like 5 days or so up until Feb closes. This candle closes and March candle opens. So yeah, so we saw a push it to the upside from this monthly open right here. And ever since then, we've been seeing a retracement. The reason for that particular retracement is because of this weekly zone right here. So we can see that this was more or less the first week of Feb. No, that's Jan. Yeah, so we got this actually was Feb's Jan's candle, and then Feb opened up here more or less. You feel me? And then tried to push to the upside too, but wasn't really able to, and it's just started dropping ever since then. So we do see that we're actually retracing off the weekly bearish order block right here. You feel me? I just believe it's a retracement. I believe that we've been in bullish pressure and we just broke these weekly highs right here, which I think are also monthly highs. Yeah, monthly candle highs. So yeah, you see what I'm saying? Let's just close this. So yeah, y'all see what I'm saying? We just broke these weekly highs that are actually monthly, candle body wicks, top of the wicks, you feel me? So we just broke those highs. I do see this long as bullish move potentially being retraced to about to about 50% or lower. You feel me? So that's a good target right there for this weekly candle or next week's candle, more or less. But we are seeing this bullish move just being retraced. Maybe sometime here, or we're really not sure. But that's why we're trading intraday sells you. That's why we're more or less bearish instead of being bullish. You feel me? So now we understand that we're more or less bearish. So we go on the daily. On the daily, we just refine this weekly order block to the daily order block. We see a nine reaction. So it's okay. It's a strong order block, and also as you can see, previous highs broken, previous lows broken, previous lows broken from that same order block, meaning it is validated. You feel me? So yeah, man. So now what's happening is price did actually give us a bearish move. You feel me? It did come to this weekly zone, kind of give us a consolidation move, and then a bearish move out of that zone, breaking these previous lows right here. So we're gonna zoom in now. You did. So we're gonna zoom in now. Have to go to work in a minute. So yeah, we're gonna zoom into this zone right here. So what I've been seeing is a retracement. You feel me? I would place the fib from this candle body high or the wick to the wick low of the whole move downwards. You feel me? And we might see a retracement here up to the weekly high of 50%. But the reason I didn't do that is sincerely because of I've been watching the weekly candle grow and grow and grow. So we see this is the previous week's candle. So we see first. Let's look at the 30th of Jan. You feel me? That was probably the first week of Feb. It was the first week of Feb, more or less. Excuse me. So we see the first week of Feb. Price did start here at the bottom around Jan. You feel me? And as it conformed into February, it just started trading higher. As it started trading higher, you feel me? It did actually reach into the top of that daily order block and then retraced, you feel me, a little bit more. This was a very, long candle, you feel me, like a very long candle. So it retraced and just formed this healthy as, candle right here that we can't really take whether it's bullish or bearish from it. It's just it's bullish, yes, because it's green, but look at the wicks, you feel me? So then the next candle was more or less a retracement candle from this one. It opened, that was its high right here, and then it dropped lower. Then this weekly candle too opened at this point. That was its high. It did try to reach into these highs, but unfortunately wasn't able to break those highs. Did try to reach into these lows, unfortunately wasn't able to break those lows. So it just closed off neutral, you feel me? But the long way to the upside and the fact that this candle right here closed below 50% of its own like range, you feel me, shows that it's very bearish, even though it closed bullish, you feel me. And then right over here we see an open of this candle reaching a little bit high and then just dropping ever since then, you feel me. So now it's Thursday, so this is the weekly candle high right here, you feel me? So if I were to do like that retracement from the daily high to the daily low, I'd be looking at more or less price coming up to coming up and closing this candle on a bullish note, or even like as a doji, you feel me, or closing above 50% of its initial range, which I don't see it doing because I do see price being very bearish, so on for the next week or so, up until we retrace this move, because we're conforming to this move. But we might actually, to this order block, but it might go up a bit higher. We never truly know. This is just forecasting. So we see that this price right here, this specific, it's actually a down candle. So I'm supposed to mark it from candle high to candle low. So we see that prices now below 50% of this flipping, its initial range, 50% of its initial range, which is, yep, you feel me, which is from the weekly high to the weekly low, more or less. We don't really, feel me. So so we're covering this, what could you call it, fair value gap on the daily too, you feel me. We're more or less actually coming up and closing that fair value gap, and you feel me. So right now it's below 50% of this party, of its range, of the weekly range, of this whole move downwards, which we count as one move downwards. So we're just gonna look for a turn, more or less. We're gonna look at the previous day's candle. You see, long bullish bearish candle into the daily zone, and then bullish candle upwards, and then bullish candle upwards closing, wicking. And then so we're gonna look at today's candle and see what's happening. You feel me? I do see I okay, so looking at these candles, it seems like price might trade a bit upwards. But I don't believe that. I don't believe price might go higher than 50%. You feel me? We're looking at the weekly candle and how it's been conforming. We're looking for it to close very bearish, you feel me? But we might close above the 50% of the weekly candle. It really doesn't matter. We're just trying to forecast exactly what price is doing. And the reason why price is currently, trading in this consolidated zone is because there's actually a 4 hour, you feel me, zone right here, order block against the weekly direction, you feel me. So we are looking at the order block, but I'm not more or less looking to trade the order block, you feel me. I'm just watching the order block. So these are the lows we're targeting. This is Thursday's lows, so basically the weekly lows, because Thursday equaled out Wednesday's lows. Sorry. And then our last target would be last week's lows, right here. So yeah, we're not sure if you might get this whole move downwards in one fucking, you know, day. Um, but that is potentially a move we're looking for price to go into. You feel me? So yeah, guys, that's basically what we're looking at currently at the moment. So let's just see how price pans out. Okay, so we're gonna close this fib. So we're just gonna look at it clean. So that's the weekly high, that's Thursday's high, Thursday's low, previous week low. You feel me? And price is more or less consolidating within this area. You feel me? Price is really consolidating within this area. You feel me? So we're gonna mark from, let's say, this point to this point. You feel me? As we can see, guys, price is more or less consolidating within these 2 points right here. From this high to this low right here, I would say price is in more or less a consolidation. Also, the reason why I'm saying that's because there's a lot of order stacking, so there's a lot of volume within this consolidation. So we're looking for price to basically give us a move out, a bearish move out of this zone right here. So we're not sure. It might just target Thursday's highs, go a bit higher, and then drop. You feel me? Or it just might drop from this point, or it might respect these lows and go higher into the weekly highs. We're not quite sure. I'm gonna check out news to see if there's any news right now. But yeah, that's basically on Nasdaq. That's what we're looking for. Okay, nothing hectic. We're just forecasting price and seeing how it's gonna move out. Okay, so we're not even really ready to form a setup. Oh, on the hourly, I'm looking at closing this fair value gap right here. So yeah, that's what's happening. So we might actually close that gap based off of this 15-minute order block or hourly order block that was formed that did break structure. If I'm I was not willing to take this trade. I saw it formulate. I saw this up move yesterday, and then in the AM, I think I was awake around 3, in the 4, and I saw this move formulate. Okay, I didn't see this move formulate, but I did see this order block. I think I woke up around here. That's when price in range, but I did see this order block right here, and it did hold. But I'm not looking for price to go anywhere above this point right here. So that's why, So the fact that price did actually, these are Thursday's highs, and price did come to that point, retrace that actual um, move to almost like what 90% of that move, and then just drop. So it's respecting these highs right here. So let's see if there's a next high being formed and a drop. Maybe we're not quite sure. But yeah, guys, that's Nasdaq for me. I'm signing out currently. Yeah, this is God like 37. Peace.